MTN, everywhere you go.
Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome. I will start off by just going through the group highlights. I think we are presenting a satisfactory performance across the group with an increase of 3.5% with respect to our subscribers, revenue growth of 10.7% to 72.8 billion rands. Good performance as far as data revenue is concerned, an increase of just about 39% to 12.7 billion rands, and an extremely pleasing performance with respect to EBITDA margin to 46.3%. Headline earnings per share up 9% to 729 cents, and an interim dividend up 20.3% to 445 cents. Moving on to Nigeria. Nigeria continued to perform well with satisfactory subscriber growth and managing to hold on to its market share of just about 49.5%. We added 1.7 million subscribers despite the ban on SIM sales during March. May and June were impacted by challenges that we experienced with respect to a new SIM registration platform. From a revenue point of view, we saw our revenue in Nigeria going up 8% with very good data growth. Total subscribers for Nigeria at the end of the first half is now at 58 million.
For Nigeria, whilst current EBITDA margins are ahead of guidance, we would expect the margins to trend back towards the 2013 margins as the costs associated with the tower deal take effect. Looking at the large OpCo cluster, organic revenue growth should remain in the 10 to 15% range with continued stable margins. Lastly, but most importantly, South Africa. While we have been through an extended challenging time, we are cautiously optimistic that we have turned the corner. It is very early days, but after recording net disconnections of around 800,000 in the first quarter and then positive net additions of 400,000 in the second quarter, we have started off the third quarter with July alone recording over 400,000 net additions. Following on from the lower tariffs, we have seen an encouraging trend in elasticity over the last 2 months to July, and total minutes have more than doubled, which is now starting to have a positive impact on revenues. Thank you very much. With that, I'll hand you back to Safisa.
We'll continue to focus on new data revenue streams. As you have seen, the performance of Nigeria with respect to data services, and the intention is to ensure that we can share the practices across our operations. Our e-commerce ventures have now been closed, and we are now starting to play an active part in collaborating with the e-commerce ventures on an in-country by in-country basis. Financial and digital services will remain the key focus, and also making sure that we continue to seek affordable data devices in order to roll out in our operations. And then with respect to CAPEX, no changes in guidance. We expect that the 26 billion that we indicated at the beginning of the year, that will remain the same. And if I look at the progress of our CAPEX programs this year, we are quite comfortable that we will be able to execute at least and put in the ground at least 90% of the capital budget for the year. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
MTN, everywhere you go.